So I have unhauled a bunch of books, not as many as I feel like I should, but I have unhauled some books, and I want to check out the little free libraries near me. I've been looking just on Google Maps to find them, but that has not been reliable. So I just downloaded the little free library app, and I realized there are a lot more than I knew about. And I have about 45 minutes, so I'm gonna go around to the little free libraries and see what I can find and deliver some of my books to them. So the first one is actually not very far at all from where I live. So
it's kind of on our walking path that we walk.
Oh, really? Oh, well,
we
maybe
just have to take a little detour one day.
Well, maybe next time we take a little walk, we should take that little detour.
Because it's right over here, and then the walk is there.
Cool. All right, this first one looks a little bit full, so I got a thin book that I'm going to unhaul. Maybe God is Right After All by Cynthia Heald. And I've never read it. I feel like I probably should have read it, but I've had it for years. Haven't read it. Probably not going to. So there was nothing in that little free library. Oh, no punchback. Punch you anyway. Anyways, there was nothing in there that I was interested in, so I just dropped a book off and left it there. So we're gonna go to the next one. My husband says that the goal is to come home with fewer books than I left with. So if that's the case, mission accomplished on the first one. The next book that I'm going to drop off is this vintage copy of Nicholas and Alexandra by Robert K. Massey, which I read, but many years ago, and enjoyed it. He's like an expert on Russian history, etc., and it was very interesting, but I am never going to read it again, and I have other books I have another book about Nicholas and Alexandra that I am keeping. That's a really nice copy, so I am going to unhaul this one and put it in the next library we go to. Yes! Okay, so I found a good one there. Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I recently read The Fountains of Silence by her, and it was really good. Really enjoyed it. And this is the one that I had wanted to start with in reading her books, but I didn't have a copy, and now I do. So now I can read this one. So we were just driving along, and I was like, oh, is that it? He's like, no. I was like, oh, well, it's a little free library. So bonus. And this time I'm going to drop off, if I can fit it in there, Love is Eternal by Irving Stone, a novel about Mary Todd and Abraham Lincoln. This one is very full. Look how cute. So I don't know if I can fit this in here. Let's see. Oh goodness, bit of a mess. So I don't know anything about this. It's called A Most Agreeable Murder, a novel by Julia Seals. And it says on the back, I feel like I've seen people talk about this one though, and on the back it says, witty and clever, it's like something Agatha Christie and Jane Austen might have created were they able to collaborate, only with its own wonderfully unique spark. And that sounds fantastic to me. And next I have a the Daily Walk Bible with 365 devotional helps to guide you through the Bible in 1 year. I used it 1 year and haven't used it since. I use other Bibles, so I'm going to drop this one on. Alright, there was nothing much of interest in that one, so you should be happy about that. And so I'm still dropping off more than I am taking, so that's good. Next one I'm going to put in the library is Rachel Ray, 365 No Repeats. This is a cookbook I got used, but I mean, it's just in perfect condition. But most of the recipes in there just don't work for the tastes of the people in my family, so never really made anything out of it, and so I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else. Okay, so I dropped off the cookbook at that one, but I didn't take any video because the homeowner was there, like getting his mail and taking down his trash and everything. And I just felt super awkward. So also there wasn't really anything in there. There were a lot of kids books. There was an interesting Edgar Allan Poe story I'd never heard of before, but I'm guessing it's probably in the Edgar Allan Poe omnibus book that I have at my house, so I didn't pick that one up. Anyways, so next I'm going to drop off, okay, sorry about the bumpy video here. I'm going to drop off The Passion of Jesus Christ by John Piper at our next little library that we find. Look at this old copy of Great Expectations. So that one had Everything Sad is Untrue by Daniel Nairi, which I love. This was my favorite book. Year before last, I think. Really good. And I do not have a copy. I read it on Kindle, I think through the library. I may have a Kindle, but I don't have a physical copy. So it's a little bit been in the one corner from where it was in the little free library, but it's still in very good condition. So, all right, we're gonna go to one more, and I'm going to put in it Everything She Didn't Say by Jane Kirkpatrick. I think I have only read one book by her, and I think it was this one. I think I've read two, but I normally like that sort of book. She writes about real historical moments and real people, I think, but it's just very dry, her style of writing. Didn't pull me in, didn't really like the narrative style of it, so I've kind of given up on her as an author, and I don't think that I will read this one again, so I am going to drop this one off. It's a cute one, look at that. And it has a little guest book. So that was our last stop. I didn't find anything in that one, although it was a super cute little pink, little free library. I have a few more books that I need to unhaul, so I'm going to put these up on Pango books, so heads up if any of them interest you. This one is Until the Dawn by Elizabeth Camden, which I like her as an author, but I don't think that I will ever reread any of her books. They are one-time reads for me, so they're not ones that I necessarily need to keep on hand. So. And same with this one, Counted with the Stars by Connie Lynn Cassette. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I'll reread it. And then A Godward Life by John Piper. I really needed to make room on my Christian nonfiction shelf for more Christian nonfiction, so. And then I actually had two copies of this, Inferno by Dante Alighieri, but I have actually never read it, first of all. And secondly, the other copy I have is a really nice vintage copy with someone's notes in it, which I think is way cooler than this one, which is nice. It's a nice copy, but it doesn't have, you know, the history. And then finally, Dear Mr. Darcy, a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, which I enjoyed, but not something that I will reread. So unhauling all of these and putting them on Pango books if anybody wants those. So thanks for coming along with us, and thanks to hubby for driving me around, ferrying me around to all the different little free libraries. We actually only did one side of town. There's like 7 or 8 more on the other side of town that we didn't even get to, so maybe another day we'll try those ones out. Okay, so just a quick recap now that I am home. I only picked up 3 books, so if we are playing by my husband's rules, it was a mission accomplished because I dropped off more than I took. So what I got was Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys, which I'm really looking forward to. It's one of her books that I really wanted to read. Someone had suggested buddy reading it with me. If that was you, remind me, let me know, and I will definitely do that with you. And then another was Everything Sad is Untrue, which I know that I love and highly recommend. And then one I know nothing about, A Most Agreeable Murder by Julia Seals. If you know anything about it, let me know. If you think I would like it, and if I should hang on to it or just pass it on to someone else. All right, let me know in the comments if you have a little free library and if you are able to, if you have ever gotten any great books from them, your favorite book that you've gotten from a little free library. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.